Wales in their alternative strip of black and red. We're underway. Winners of this match to go on and play against England, who just won in sudden death. What a match that was. Blanco, well, they've got better with time as well, Spain. They lost all 3 games on day one, but were good enough this morning in their first encounter against Tonga to win by 24 points to 7. Feiju, he clears it wide, and now they get it out to where the express pace is through Pedro Martin. Good press and good pressure coming in from Wales. Feiju looking on the inside and finding Pedro Martin. Pedro Martin now looking to go all the way, one to beat, inside, outside, bringing in the 2 defenders, and then he kicks it back. Richie Pugh is there to save the day for Wales, and guilty of holding on to the ball. Wow, that was just about the same mark, but they're playing on this occasion. What a start from Spain. They should be able to score through Glenn. Lewis rolls, and he's in. The man that was educated in Napier Boys High School in New Zealand. On debut for Spain, and what a start.
Great start. The Spanish full of running early on. Glenn Lewis rolls. Well finished. Set up nicely in the middle by Blanco. Nice wide ball, passing accurate. Just allows the man on the end of the line to get an opportunity to score the try. Good start.
Yeah, Kiwi connection there as well, because Carlos Blanco has a New Zealand mother, a Māori mother, and a Spanish father, which qualifies him obviously to play for Spain. And so a little bit of Kiwi magic between Blanco and Lewis rolls. Well, they're only given 40 seconds to actually take the kick, and no one can find a ball. So the referee, David Keane, has called time off. He got thrown that ball as well from the crowd. He couldn't kick that. So here is Pedro Martin. Made his debut in London in 2007. So 5-0. And Rod Cafer, Wales haven't had their chance, haven't had their hands on the ball.
No, often the way that first possession can be quite critical in getting you a good start. And you know, when Spain took advantage of it, they went the length of the field, looked after the ball. They're going to look for a change up of the kick here, just middle of the field.
Well, you can see that Wales looking up straight into the sun, because the team playing right to left, as you see it, actually has the sun pouring straight down, and also the shadow that's across the field. So now, first opportunity for Wales to stretch their legs, and through Richard Smith they do on the inside pass, and Lee Williams will have too much pace. The only man in shot is referee David Keane, and what a response from the world champions Wales.
Nicely worked. Simple stuff. Missed tackle on the edge of the line, and you make that tackle through. When you miss that tackle wide out, you often get punished with a good finishing side like Wales, particularly as the competition wears on, and the chase there is never quite as good as it was on day one.
Well, Lewis rolls guilty of falling off the tackle, so he's gone from 0 to 0 in a matter of seconds. And Lee Williams, on his 22nd event, scores his second try on the Gold Coast, his 36th in his career. And look at this, just the awareness as well. That's lovely sevens play, using the ball, running into space, not the man. And you can see the acknowledgement there from Lee Williams, man from the Llanelli Scarlets. Business study degree at the University of Cardiff. So conversion is good. Wales lead 7-5. That's not a great restart. Team that scores the try obviously kicks off, and it's got to go the required 10 metres. It hasn't, and so Blanco for Spain gets us back underway. That's what we get used to with Canosa. He sizes up the options, and then he just puts the ball under his arm and just charges forward. Spain, the passes are sticking now, looking good. The grubber kick put through by Feiju. Back to cover it was the try scorer Williams, and there's plenty of open space out here to the left as well, and the man with the ball in hand is Will Thomas. Will Thomas, some fancy footwork, then the pass should be too fast, Tom Williams, and he will be. What an impression he has made. This man, his third try from the Cardiff Blues. His father, Britton, played for Wales in the 1980s. His older brother is Lloyd, who is the reserve halfback, and he is making absolutely every post to win it.
Really is. Pablo Fajo will rue that little grubber kick he put through when in possession. Grubber kicks like that, relatively low percentage play, and particularly because you give the opposition the ball back in broken field play, you don't have your defensive line set. You can see the Spanish here all over the place. A lovely ball to put him away. Missed tackles already. Spain only made the one successful tackle with 3 misses.
2 of them have cost them dearly. On that occasion, brilliant lead up by Will Thomas as well. Some fancy footwork and just creating the space, and they got it wide, and once they got in the hands of that man Tom Williams, it was their second try. They made 9 errors yesterday, did Wales, averaging around 37 passes per game. And so a good victory over the United States of America earlier this morning, our time 27-19. If successful, they will be taking on England in the bowl final coming up a little bit later on. Still plenty of time though for the Spanish, and as we see in sevens, it's always the 60 seconds right before the break that sends a message psychologically for the coaches as they head into the break. Good defensive work coming in from Craig Price in jersey 12 for Wales. Spain in possession, and the cobwebs are gone now. On day one, saw a lot of sloppy passes or passes not really going to hand, but today it's crisp, it's accurate, and they're in possession still. Canosa, Cano, Lavino, Fajo. Wow, that's good play because they've got it out wide. This man's got plenty of pace. Pedro Martin, one to beat. Inside step, too much class. And Spain will score their second try just before the break.
Important try, Willie. You said that 60-second period so vital, and this will see us into half-time. Lovely bit of footwork on the end of the line there from Martin. Probably get the kickoff coming here. You can see the ball shifted. That's a beautiful ball from Fajo. Put his flyer into space. And then it's just genuine gas that is difficult to deal with in defence. 2 men coming across. The pace is the killer, and it's half-time. We're locked up at 12 points all.
Well, Wales have got plenty of sevens vets. They finished 8th last year. They're a skillful and smart team. And in 2009, the Rugby World Cup that they won was the first World Cup in any sport Wales have won. Let's listen to Paul John, who was coaching the team some 3 years ago.
Talk to the white men. If it's not going to come in, let's make sure we communicate that. Okay, boys, just make those right decisions on coming in that area, like the tackle area, right? Keep it up, boys. Keep it up, right? The sketching and attack. A little bit of decision making in defence. There.
Here is Ignacio Inchusta. So yeah, plenty of class and experience in the squad of Wales. Addition of a few newbies and great pedigrees in Jones, Williams and Davies. Wow, this kiss cam is very popular here.
Yeah. Real crowd favourite. Trying to track down Greg Martin and Greg Clark somewhere out there at the moment. Oh, is that? No, that's not them. He's up, Tiger. Well, if anything goes on the Gold Coast here, Willie, as you know, mate. A wonderful part of the world here, southeast Queensland.
And well, the heat is certainly matching the quality of sevens that we're experiencing on the main pitch here, fever pitch, they call it here on the Gold Coast, and lovely blue boots to get us underway for the second 7 minutes. Man, that scored that try, Pedro Martin. So 7 minutes ahead of both countries for a spot in the final to take on England. Blanco has his hands on the ball. Richie Pugh is there to make the first tackle. The advantage is quickly over. This is out to Ignacio Martin.
Oh, good play.
He's got plenty of pace too. Martin, one to beat on the inside to the smallest man on the field in Feijo. And the 30-year-old will score his 21st try, 4th year.
Bit impressive, Spain. I like the way they play their sevens. They're risk takers. They're happy to, at times, kick the ball. They're happy to spread it. This guy's been good. He's a big running forward. Ignacio Martin, good skills. Feijo, the maestro in the middle of the field, controlling the play. The playmaker. Martin's been very good, and he's going to be the one who'll have a shot at the conversion.
Yeah, well, he scored a try yesterday. One of their matches, conversion is good. And Reece Shallard, who sets very high standards for himself, the Welsh captain, guilty on that occasion of first of all being wrong-footed and then being beaten by Martin. And there he is, Pablo Feijo. All-time tries. Tied up there with Cesar Sempre. The all-important kickoff yet again into the sun. And it's been taken beautifully by the man who just scored some 10 seconds ago. Feijo needs some support. Blanco is there, the big hit coming in from the blind side, but still under control by Spain. Plenty of players out to the left. They need to transfer it. Feijo knock on by Martin, and so Wales dodge a bullet. Advantage is over, and now they push it wide. This is going to be a good test of Tom Williams' pace. Williams down the left flank. He will have too much speed, and he'll go 90 metres to score for Wales. What a response from the Red Dragons.
Oh, it's a punishing game sometimes, sevens. You're red hot on attack. You just turn the ball over softly as you get a little bit panic-stricken. The defence was closing in on you, the Spanish. They just pushed the pass in the tackle, and all of a sudden, Williams, 90 metres. Thanks for coming.
And it was the two experienced players from Spain as well, Ignacio Martin and Pablo Feijo, who put it together. It came from a beautiful kickoff that was taken by Feijo.
Just to tie it up.
Yeah, it's crucial. He struck it pretty well. Just wide of the upright. The man that scores 2 tries, Tom Williams, gets a much-deserved break. Spain still ahead by 2 with 4 minutes remaining.
Spanish doing, just want to control the ball. So important, this kickoff. If they can get a hold of it.
There is Reece Shallard, skipper of the Welsh side, taken in by Carter, 26-year-old from the Valladolid Rugby Football Club. There is the playmaker in Feijo saying, let's play territory. Let's kick the ball and ask Will Thomas a few questions. And he comes straight back at Feijo and evades the 2 tacklers of Lewis Rolls, and Feijo needs some support, not releasing the ball. So all rights to possession. Oh, they just need to calm down here, Spain. They lead by 2. They're not playing against the clock, and so the chip and kick. Let's wait for the bounce. It should bounce up nicely for him to score a second. And what a dive from Pedro Martin. The Tongan judge has given him a 10.
Woohoo! That was a great chip and chase. That's the time to kick when there's no sweeper and you've got a little turnover. He's shaking it off. A little bit of a winded himself. Here he goes. He's got all the gas in the world. We know that. Thinks the ball's going to get away from him. Oh, he's done really well. Really well. Ball's about to sit up. Oh, fantastic try.
A great athleticism shown by Pedro Martin, his second in the game. The 25-year-old scoring his 16th try in his career. And he's milestone here on the Gold Coast, because with the 4 tries that he has scored, means that he's passed the 100 mark. 102 points to his name. What a moment.
Well, over here, in many respects, Williams, Spain have been impressive in this tournament. You sort of feel that Wales had enough to cope with them, but wow, done really well.
I was going to ask you the question about these core teams that have been on the circuit for the last 13 seasons, Wales being one of them, and now we've got Spain here, and how quickly are they going to have to learn? How long is it going to take them to actually be competitive against these bigger teams?
Well, they're closing that gap. I mean, we don't see the 50, 60, 70-point wins that we used to in sevens 3 or 4 years ago. The gap's now much, much closer between the top and the bottom.
They've won a spot back to be a core team, and the majority of the squad are now centrally based in Madrid, staying on the circuit. Obviously the first goal for Spain, and now that it has become an Olympic sport, you can imagine that there's been plenty of interest shown. And look at that, pass is completed. That's the reason why they lead by 26 points to 17. 9-point lead. Wales need to score twice. And the ball is in the hands of another replacement, and Martin Heredia. Feiju one way, then the other. Good tackle coming in from James Davies.
On his feet.
Well, it's not impossible for Wales if they were able to score very quickly. Will then set it up for a brilliant finale to this game. Remember, the one just before this where Canada and England went to extra time.
Spain done well here, the maul. Seen a few driving mauls today. Bring a smile to the face of most of our front rowers around watching.
Sorry, didn't see the ball coming out.
That is brilliant play. Ask the question, how long will it take them to learn the rules and to get up to speed against the core teams that have been around for a while, and that was just beautifully executed.
Let's go, come on. Go.
Knowing that if they held on to the ball, held on to the player with the ball, they'll get the turnover.
Crouch.
And so Spain will progress through to meet England in the final of the bowl. Probably wanting to try and save a bit of petrol for that final, and so maybe wanting to just hold on to the ball as Juan Cano. Wales know that their tournament is over. We're into the last 5 seconds of the game as they push it wide to Will Thomas. Thomas has been good for Wales, not held so he can go on. Takes 2 defenders to bring him down. Shallard comes in and can't take away the player, which has forced Will Price to come in and clear it out.
Ball was out.
The ball was out and picked up by Lee Williams. Now it's free. Spain with the press, and you can see that there's about 5 of their sevens players all bunched around where the ball is.
Advantage.
Which means that there should be some space out wide for Wales, and that's where they need to push it. Well, Thomas. The kick is a good option because there's no one else out there. Watch the catch, taken beautifully by Davies. Advantage is over. Back to his feet goes Thomas.
No hands won.
Nasher, well, he's not offside. Will Thomas now looks one way, then the other. Runners in motion. The dummy cut, then the pass. Wales deserved to score a try, but he's brought down there. Wow, was that an ankle trip? Might suggest that
Off your feet,
Spain are lucky. This will be a turnover and a penalty to Spain.
Spanish
have
held on.
Someone's disagreed with what David Keane's had to say, so he's going to march to another 10 metres.
Go back.
It's not going to change the result. And in their first tournament as a core team at the HSBC 7 Series, Spain will go through to take on England in the bowl final a little bit later on this evening here in Australia. 14 minutes of sevens rugby has meant that Spain 4 tries to 3. They will